And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Soon to be on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO right now, exclusively online on MyBasin.com. Tonight, we're coming to you from Lost River High School in Malin, Oregon, for a bit of high school basketball action between the Lost River Raiders and the Bonanza Antlers. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Going to step aside real briefly. When we come back, we'll dive a little bit more into what we expect to see tonight on the hardwood on MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you from Lost River High School on MyBasin.com as we meet the starting lineups inside the gym. Want to give you an idea about how the Mountain Valley League Conference standings look right now in a Mountain Valley League Conference showdown. First, Chiloquin, they're undefeated. Then you've got North Lake 6-1. These Bonanza Antlers we'll see tonight are 5-1. Trinity Lutheran, Rogue Valley Adventist each have 5 wins. We've got Cross Point Christian, they're 3-7. These Lost River Raiders are 2-6 right now towards the bottom half of the conference. They're followed by Central Christian and Prospect Charter. Tonight is also senior night at Lost River High School, so we'll dive into a little bit more about that later on in the broadcast this evening. But first, the starting 5 for the visiting Bonanza Antlers. Number 2, a junior, Grace Ness. Number 11, a senior, Ellie Huffman. Number 14, a junior, Vashti Arata. Number 20, a junior, Mary Schooler. And number 23, a senior, Julie Hess. And for the Lost River Raiders, number 4, a senior, Morgan Herring. Number 14, a senior, Ilana Gonzalez. Number 21, a senior, Betty K. Overcash. Number 22, a freshman, Amaris Hernandez. And number 24, Macy Thompson. It was a quick turnover for Lost River. Here come the Raiders. Pass comes into the near side to Overcash. Trying to get it down low to Thompson, but a turnover for the Raiders, which has been their Achilles heel this season. We saw them back on Monday when they played Chiloquin. In that game, just too many turnovers cost them against one of the best teams in this state at this level. A miss from the Antlers, and the Raiders come the other way. Here is Hernandez. Passing it into the near side to Gonzalez. Trying to get it to Herring across the floor, but Grace Ness was there to take it away. Off to the races, and Grace Ness too strong on the layup. That looked like Ellie Huffman tried to follow it up. She's fouled. She'll be heading to the line for 2 as we are just getting started tonight from Lost River High School. Again, we mentioned that it's senior night tonight here in Malin, Oregon, just about 20 miles outside of downtown Klamath Falls. And glad to be with you. The seniors that are celebrating tonight for Lost River, Morgan Herring, Ilana Gonzalez, Betty K. Overcash, the 3 seniors for Lost River. First free throw, no good. Second one met the same fate for Huffman, but it's Hess who rebounds. Kicks it over to Ness, finding Schooler for a long two. She likes those long twos, draining that one, and Bonanza takes an early lead with 7 minutes to go in the first. See if the Raiders can find a way to respond. Bounce comes to Gonzalez. Down low to Overcash. Turnaround jumper no good. And Bonanza collects the rebound. Pass into no man's land and a turnover for the Lady Antlers. This is the second meeting between these two teams this season. Last time these squads met was over at Bonanza High School on January 23rd, a game that Bonanza won 58-30. As Thompson with the missed shot from the left side. Herring with the rebound. Mid-range jumper, front iron, bounced off, no good. And Arata gets hacked trying to collect the rebound. A foul will be the Raiders' second of the night so far. So Bonanza comes the other way. Hess shoves it ahead to Huffman, who crosses the timeline. Pass comes near side to Arata. Back to Ness. Finds its way to Schooler. Near corner to Ness. Ness trying to get rid of it to Huffman, but a turnover. Last time we saw these schools play was Julie Hess, who led all scores, 24 points, and she helped her team get ahead in the second and third quarters, which was really where Bonanza pulled ahead back when they met earlier in the season. Pass intended for Ness, a little bit wide right, but recollected nonetheless. Schooler, another long two for her. It's good. She loves that shot. 4-0 Bonanza early, 5:53 to go in the first. Gonzalez passing it over to Holster, who's checked into the game for the Raiders. Pass goes down low to Holster, and she's fouled on the shot, so Holster going to the line for two. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. Come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. 3 locations in the Basin, South 6th Street, Washburn Way, and in Merrill. They've been doing the right thing since 1952. A couple of missed opportunities for Holster, but the Raiders get the rebound. A third chance opportunity, make it a fourth, but the Raiders can't convert. Out of bounds it goes, and I believe Lost River is going to maintain possession, and they will. Trailing 4-0 early, 5:31 to go in the first. Holster to inbound. Gets it to Overcash, over to now Hernandez. Bringing it along the right side, trying to get past Ness. Dribbling with her right hand. Takes a screen right, bouncing it to Gonzalez. Now back to Hernandez. 17 on the shot clock. Lost River trying to find a shot, but can't. Almost turned it over there. Pass goes out to Hernandez. A triple, too strong. Rebound collected and put back by Betty K. Overcash. Her first points of the evening. Trims this lead in half. 4-2. Bonanza leads with just under 5 to go. Ness trying to answer with a triple. Offline, rebound collected by Huffman, kicked out to Hess. Driving the side, layup is no good, and she's fouled. So heading to the line for two is Julie Hess. Again, led all scorers when these teams played last, 24 points for Hess, and a rampage in the second quarter. She spearheaded a 14-0 run for the Antlers. That was back at their place, now in a little bit of a more hostile environment here at Lost River High School. Decent turnout for both schools tonight, as you would expect in a crosstown rivalry matchup like this. Hess's second free throw is good, so lead up 5-2 now for Bonanza. Here comes Hernandez, passing it to Gonzalez. Now to Holster. Holster trying to loft it down low to Thompson. She throws one off the glass. Thompson is fouled, and so she will get a couple of free throws here. Macy Thompson scored 3 points last time these two teams played. Trouble getting started, but of the two bigs who are active tonight for Lost River, she's Certainly the more offensive-minded one from what we've seen in the season. Just was unable to really get anything going last time these two squads met. Missed the first free throw and has a second opportunity here. Banks that one in, and that makes the score 5-3. Here come the Antlers, kicking in the near corner to Ness. Ness lofts it over to Schooler. Driving in the paint, gets rid of it to Hess, close, and she knocks down. About 8-footer there, makes the score 7-3. Bonanza in front of Lost River, 4:15 to go in the first. Pass to Hernandez, bouncing it over to Overcash. Overcash gets it to Holster, and Coach Herring calls time. We'll take it with them right now. 4:07 to go in the first, and Bonanza leads 7-3. This is the MyBasin.com game of the week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
7-3 lead for Bonanza over Lost River. Still in the early going of this ball game. 4:07 to go in the first. And it'll be Holster and the Raiders to inbound. Pass comes over to Hernandez. Shoves it over to Gonzalez, guarded by Hess. Back to Hernandez. Takes a screen, now over to Overcash. Finds Thompson on the right block. Dishes it down low to Gonzalez. The shot too strong. Battle for the rebound underneath the held ball. The possession arrow favors the Raiders, and so Lost River will hold on to it. Holster again to inbound. Passing it in the near side to Hernandez. Too strong on the shot. Out of bounds it goes. This time it's last touched by Lost River, so Bonanza takes over. As we mentioned the starting lineups, just realized we forgot to mention both head coaches tonight for Lost River. It's Coach Tuesday Herring and Ray Struve for Bonanza. Here's Hess, trying to get it down low to Arata. Dishes it outside to Huffman. Throws it off the glass, no good, and Lost River collects the rebound. Pass shoved ahead to Holster, trying to get rid of it to Thompson. Thompson guarded to Overcash. Mid-range, no good. Rebound out to Hernandez. Her shot left short. Hernandez, the freshman, having trouble finding her range so far tonight. Although Hernandez did score 4 points last time these two squads met. Here's a chance for Gonzalez. Too strong on that one. And it's Arata who collects the rebound. Tries to shove it ahead to Huffman. And now Ellie's off to the races. 2-on-2 in the fast break. She loses it, and she travels. Here's Hernandez. Under 3 minutes to go now in the first. Still 7-3 Bonanza. Pass to Thompson on the block is taken away by the Antlers. Here's Julie Hess into the front court. At the free throw line, dishes it out to Schooler. Another long two, no good. Rebound is collected down low by Ackley, who's checked into the game, and she gets fouled on the putback. And so Maggie Ackley, the sophomore, heading to the line for a pair. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. A couple of subs in for Bonanza. Schooler to the bench, and Grace Ness back in. Tuesday Herring in for the Raiders. Or pardon me, Morgan Herring in for the Raiders. She's got it now. Here's Herring. Underhand dish to Hernandez. Back to Herring. Bouncing it down low to Overcash. Tries to fade one off the glass. No good. Rebound scrambled for. Kicked out to Herring. Long two. No good. And a foul is going to be charged to Betty K. Overcash, a little bit aggressive on the rebound opportunity. And Bonanza takes over with 2:17 to go in the first. We've got a whistle. And I believe that's going to be the 5th foul for Lost River, which will earn Bonanza free throws for the rest of this quarter as they enter the bonus. So here is Ackley, I believe, at the free throw line. Yes, it is. 0 for 2 trip just a moment ago. Here's her chance at redemption. The first one no good. Both teams struggling from the penalty stripe so far for Bonanza. While pending this free throw, they are now 2 for 8 on the game. They make the score 8-3. 2:15 to go in the first. Here's Herring, shoving it over to Hernandez. Back to Herring. Tipped out of bounds. Actually, it's Herring who can't corral the pass, and Bonanza takes over in front of their own bench. Ness bouncing it ahead to Huffman. Huffman, far side to Arata. Now top of the key to Ness. Ness bringing it around. Kicks it over to Ackley. Down low. The pass intended for, I believe that was Hess, but a turnover. Pass comes over to Herring. Gets it down low to Overcash. Overcash can't rein it in. Loose ball finds its way back outside to Herring. Pass to Gonzalez. Far side now to Thompson, and Thompson can't catch the ball. And Lost River just having a little bit of trouble receiving these. And again, that was kind of what we saw for them against Chiloquin. Again, Chiloquin's one of the better teams in the state, but Lost River just got bit by the turnover bug in that one, and it's happening a little bit here in the first. Hess, a 3, no good. Rebound is collected by Ackley. She's caught up down low, gets rid of it, outside to Hess, left alone in the corner for 3, no good. Another rebound for the Antlers. This time it's Arata, zips it over to Ness. Back to Hess on the left side. Tries to zip it down low to Huffman, but it's Ness who collects the loose ball. Back to Huffman, driving the baseline. Finds its way out to Hess. How about a third look from range? It's good, that time for Julie Hess. That's her first made triple of the game. Give her 6 points. 11-3, 50 seconds to go in the first. Bounce comes near side to Herring. Trying to dump it down low to Thompson. Loose ball, spit out to Overcash. It's actually Herring who will take the shot. No good. Bonanza tips it out of bounds, and the Raiders maintain possession with 38 on the game clock. No, it's Bonanza actually who's going to reclaim possession. Here's Huffman. Passes it in the near side to Ness. Ness dishing it down low to Ackley. Her shot blocked by Thompson. Loose ball collected by Arata. Her putback is offline. Hess for the third look. Pardon me, that was Ackley, and it's in. (13-3). Bonanza's opened up a 10-point margin here in the first quarter. Pass goes over to Gonzalez. Back to Hernandez. 6 on the game clock. Gonzalez driving in, her shot blocked, shoving it ahead to Hess. Hess going to try to get a shot off at the buzzer, but won't be able to. We go to the second quarter with a score of 13-3. Bonanza in control of this one early. We'll be back on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Back with you from Lost River High School for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Right now, the Lady Antlers in front of Lost River, 13-3 as we start the second quarter. Ness, a mid-range jumper left short. Rebound collected by Ely Hawkins, who's checked into the game for Lost River. Raiders going to try to find a way back into this game. Here's Herring. Pass goes over to, let's see, it's a turnover for Lost River. Into the front court is Ness. Gets it top of the key to Schooler. Schooler driving inside. Kicks it out to Ackley for a triple. Give her 6 points on the evening so far. Gonzalez turns it over. Here's Ness. Takes a screen left. Stops, get rid of it to Hess. Zips it over to Ackley. Free throw line, Jay, no good. And it's Hawkins with the rebound. Trying to find out who number 32 is for Lost River. Unfortunately, weren't made aware of that roster change before the game, so we'll try to find that out for you. Maybe take a peek at a junior varsity roster. There's a foul called against Bonanza, so Hawkins to the line, misses her first. And still unable to track down 32 for Lost River. If you're watching tonight on mybasin.com and through the YouTube stream perhaps, maybe leave us a clue on the live chat feed. We'll try to get that figured out. One free throw is good for Hawkins. Score 16-4. Pass down low to Ness. She's fouled pretty hard on the shot going to the line. Well, as we're looking here tonight, I see at least one official who's working his second consecutive game was reffing the junior varsity boys just a moment ago. The fact of the matter is that happens for a lot of officials, especially here in the Klamath Basin. There's certainly a shortage of referees to go around, and we need you. So if you want to stay in shape and be involved in a sport you love, you can earn some money in the process. You should become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in the Klamath Basin and all over the state. You can visit osaa.org/officials to begin your journey. Second free throw good from Ness, and so the score now 17-4. Pass goes over to Hernandez. Hernandez getting it to Herring. Finds a little bit of room, goes up for the shot, no good. Gonzalez tries for the putback, or pardon me, that wasn't Gonzalez, but looks like this one's going to go against Ackley. And it was on the floor. A couple of subs coming in for each team. First for Lost River, Betty K. Overcash and Holster checking in. Out go Hernandez and Hawkins. Meantime, for Bonanza, Ellie Huffman checking in for, I believe that was Arata. We also see Abby Hill check into the game for Bonanza. Inbound pass to Overcash. Quick shot, high arcing shot, no good. Loose ball. Find its way for another Lost River look, and it's no good. Grace Ness with the rebound. Shoves it ahead to Schooler, who will cross the timeline. Here's Schooler. Driving right, kicks it out to Ackley. Ackley to Huffman at the free throw line. Terminates the dribble, gets rid of it to Ness. A triple for Grace Ness, no good. Huffman with the rebound, the putback offline. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession, I believe, to Lost River. No, it'll stay with Bonanza. .5:45 to go in the second quarter. Here's Ness in the corner, dumping it down low to Hill. Her shot blocked by Overcash. Now here's Herring. Pass comes near side, now back to Herring. Herring dumps it down low, shot off the glass is up and in for number 32 in Lost River. Pass goes ahead to Bonanza, but out of bounds. Or pardon me, a rebound goes to Lost River. Now here's Herring. Over to Gonzalez. Back to Herring. Now Gonzalez, pressured by Ness. Gets rid of it to Holster. A triple for Holster. Bank shot no good. Battle for the loose ball. It's a held ball whistled, and possession favors the Raiders. Couple of subs coming in for Bonanza. It's Arata and Werleski checking in for Ackley and Abby Hill. And some kind of conversation with the officials. I'm not quite sure what it is exactly. We've got the athletic director, Mr. Hobgood, making an appearance at the scorer's table. And I think we're going to see a technical assessed to Bonanza for some reason or another. I'm not quite sure, but it's earned Morgan Herring a free throw. And it's good. She'll get a second. Both free throws good for Herring. And Lost River should get the basketball back if it was a technical, and they will. And so here's Gonzalez. Pass tipped away by Arata, but Lost River holds on to it once more. Here's Gonzalez. Bonanza playing a bit of a high zone here. Herring has it now. Bounce pass down to Overcash, and I believe Overcash was shoved trying to collect that pass. That's going against Arata. That'll be her second and fourth team foul for Bonanza this period. Free throws could be an opportunity for Lost River to get back into this game. One more puts him in the bonus. Holster gets rid of it. Dishes it out to Overcash. And a steal for Bonanza. Ness shoving it ahead to Huffman. And here come the Lady Antlers. Over to Schooler. Schooler over to Ness. Now in the far corner to Huffman. Gets it to Arata for a triple. No good. Rebound batted out and collected by Lost River. Gonzalez shoves it ahead to Holster. Underneath the rim, Holster trapped, stripped by Schooler. Out of bounds it goes, and Lost River maintains possession. And Holster to inbound. Lofting it high, but a turnover again for the Raiders. Here's Ness after the steal, shoving it ahead to Schooler. Schooler, top of the key, loses it for a moment and stolen by Herring. Morgan Herring's been playing good defense at the top of the key. Underhand dish to Hernandez, kicks it in the near corner for Holster. A triple and a wedgie. Stuck in between the rim and the backboard. We're going to have to get a broomstick out here. Or maybe a second basketball. Oh. There we go. So I believe we've got a timeout called by Coach Herring after the missed triple. We'll take it with them. 17-8 the score. Bonanza in front of Lost River. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
We're seeing an appearance from the Lost River Raider. It looks like he's getting into it with the Bonanza Antler. Well, Bonanza gave up pretty quickly on that one, and to the cheers of the Lost River student section. We've got both mascots in attendance tonight, pretty sizable student sections. It's a great atmosphere when two 1A school rivals go at it. This is the third time that we've seen a rivalry like this. We saw these two schools play back when they met up on January 23rd. We were out there on Monday when Lost River visited Chiloquin. That was a fun environment as well, and so glad to be with you tonight from Lost River High School once more for another rivalry matchup. The Raiders will start with possession. They trail 17-8 with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Holster gets it quickly to Gonzalez. Back to Holster for a shot. She's rejected twice by Hess. Now it's Julie Hess coming into the front court for Bonanza. Hess over to Schooler. Thought about a triple. Gets rid of it to Arata. Now to Hess. Hess brings it back out beyond the arc to Schooler. A triple. No good. Rebound out to Arata. Back out to Schooler. Now to Hess. Zipping it to Huffman. Huffman getting around the defender. Kicks it outside for a triple. Shot at and missed by Arata. But again, another opportunity for Lost River. This time a triple made by Hess. Can't give her that look. She'll knock it down. Second made triple of the night for Julie Hess. Gives her 9 points already on the night. Outscoring the Raiders by herself. It's 20-8 right now. Lost River, a putback is up and in. 20-10, 2:39 rather to go in the second. Here's Hess again, kicks it out to Arata. Top of the key to Schooler, a long two, no good. Putback attempt offline by Werleski, and the Raiders got it. Trapped is Hernandez, almost turned it over. She's in danger. Gets rid of it to Herring. Here come the Lady Raiders. And I think they counted the 10 seconds there. And they did. Didn't cross half court in time, and a turnover for Lost River. It'll be Schooler to inbound on the near side. Here's Huffman now, trying to run the offense for Bonanza. Driving left, kicks it back to Hess, top of the key, bouncing it to Schooler. Schooler, head fakes, outside to Ackley for a long two. Back iron, no good. Rebound collected by the Antlers. Here's Huffman. Gets rid of it to Arata. Arata, back to Schooler. Another two for Schooler, it's good. 6 points for Mary Schooler. The junior extends this lead to 12, 22-10. A minute 42 to go in the first half. Over Cash on the right block, dumps it down low to Thompson. Her shot left short, and rebound out of bounds, last touched by the Antlers. Mentioned the two bigs on the floor tonight, Betty K. Overcash and Macy Thompson for Lost River. They're missing Cassidy Vaughn, the freshman, who's one of their better offensive playmakers for Lost River. That shot no good from the Raiders. And Vaughn has been missing for most of this week. She was out against Chiloquin on Monday, and then on Tuesday was out again against Rogue Valley, where they lost 44-25, still missing tonight in a game that they trail 22-10. Here's Huffman. Over to Schooler. Schooler at the free throw line. The jumper's good. 24-10, 1 minute to go in the first half. Here's Hernandez, bouncing it to Gonzalez. Back to Hernandez. Now Gonzalez can't rein in the pass. Over and back, and Bonanza takes over. Coach Tuesday Herring saying that was a tip into the backcourt. From up here, it looked like just an errant pass, and Bonanza takes over. Inbound to Huffman. Huffman going left, driving in. Her shot bothered by Thompson, but a foul by Macy. And so Huffman going to the line. 0 for 2 at the free throw line so far. And scoreless otherwise is the senior from Bonanza. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark for Huffman. Rebound was collected by the Antlers. A held ball. Possession favors the Raiders. With 42.5 seconds to go in the first half, it's 25-10. Bonanza looking to extend their winning ways. This is their fourth game in 6 days. And they've won 2 of them so far. Bonanza's actually winners of 6 of their last 7 contests. And their head coach, Ray Struve, calls time. We'll take it to 24 seconds to go before halftime. The score 25-10. Bonanza in front of LostRace.com. Game of the week.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
25-10, 24 seconds to go in the first half, and Bonanza in front of Lost River on their senior night. Tomorrow is another home game for Lost River. They'll be hosting Chiloquin. It's Military Appreciation Night here in Malin. If you're a current or former military service member, you get in for free, plus free popcorn throughout the game. So that is tomorrow. It's an earlier tip-off, 3 o'clock and 4:30. The girls are first, then the boys, as the Raiders host the Chiloquin Panthers in a rematch from Monday. Here's Schooler, mid-range jump shot, no good. Huffman with the rebound, the putback offline. And the rebound collected by Lost River this time. Ahead to Holster, 2 seconds to go. Thompson gonna have to fire up a shot. It is too late and wide right. So we go to the locker rooms with Bonanza leading 25-10. Stick with us during halftime. We'll give you a couple of halftime stats and get you ready for the varsity boys game. That's coming up in just a bit as we continue your coverage from Lost River High School in the MyBasin.com game up.
This was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
It is halftime at Lost River High School for the varsity girls contest between the Bonanza Antlers and the Lost River Raiders. After 16 minutes of basketball tonight, Bonanza leads Lost River 25-10. They've been led in scoring by Julie Hess with 9 points. Mary Schooler has 8. 6 points for Maggie Ackley tonight and 1 from each Ellie Huffman and Grace Ness. For Lost River, the scoring has been few and far between, but Morgan Herring and Betty K. Overcash each have 2 points. 1 point for Macy Thompson and Ely Hawkins. And then 4 points for number 32 for Lost River. Again, still haven't quite been able to identify that young lady, so if you might know who it is, there's a live chat option on our YouTube live stream, so leave it in there if you're able to. Couldn't find that on the junior varsity roster either, but she is leading her team in scoring with 4 points at this point in the ball game. Bonanza's done a good job of moving the ball around. Lost River's done an okay job of taking care of the basketball. Turnovers are definitely part of the reason for this 25-10 lead, but frankly just unable to get good shots. It's kind of a different story than when they played Chiloquin, when they weren't able to get shots off at all with how much they turned over the basketball, but this time just unable to find good looks to get those shots to fall. They find themselves down 15 at the half. We're going to take another break here on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll talk about the varsity boys that you see warming up there on your screen on mybasin.com. It's our first leg of a doubleheader tonight, and we'll be back with more coverage on mybasin.com. Game of the week.
Comfortable and not quit. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Back with you at Lost River High School on mybasin.com. This is the mybasin.com game of the weekend at halftime. Bonanza, the Lady Antlers, lead Lost River 25-10 in the varsity girls matchup. Still on tap tonight is the varsity boys. You see them warming up down there on the floor right now, and those two teams last played on January 23rd. It was a 61-44 win for Lost River. But, I mean, for Bonanza, of their last 7 games, that's their only loss. They've won 6 of their last 7. And meantime, Lost River's on quite the tear as well. They enter on a 3-game winning streak. And let's tally this up here. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Their only loss coming to Trinity Lutheran back on the 25th. And if we take just a quick look at the standings for the boys, you'll see that it's actually Trinity Lutheran who leads the conference. They're undefeated, and Lost River's only loss is to Trinity Lutheran. They're ranked 3rd in the state. So this Lost River team is, I mean, they're quite good. And it's the only team that Bonanza has lost to in the last, well, since the new year, quite frankly. Their last loss before that coming in December. So, a couple of teams who are ready for each other. That's coming up in just a little while on mybasin.com. Right after the conclusion of this one, we'll bring you the Varsity Boys contest. That one will also be on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. So if you got to make a run somewhere or tune into the radio for whatever reason you might have, we'll be there, 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. Scheduled tip-off for that one is right about 8 o'clock. My name is Josh Eldridge, along with you tonight for our coverage from Lost River High School. We're going to take one more break here on the halftime show, and when we come back, we are ready for third quarter action as at halftime, Bonanza Lady Antlers in front of Lost River 25-10. The MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Almost ready for third quarter action tonight between the Lady Antlers and the Lady Raiders. As we get ready for the second half, Bonanza leads 25-10. Thank you for spending the evening with us in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. There's one other broadcast going on MyBasin.com, and that would be the Henley Hornets on the road taking on Phoenix. Trying to find a score update for you from that one. And it looks like, wow, the Lady Hornets in control of that one right now in the fourth quarter. About a minute left. They're going to wrap this thing up. They're up 75-29 over Phoenix. The Henley Hornets been dominating Skyline Conference play so far. Their boys game is going to start in just a few minutes from Phoenix, Oregon. Hornets and the Pirates in a Skyline Conference game. Also want to shout out the Oregon Tech Lady Owls. Don't quite know what the score is from Portland, but the Lady Owls taking on Multnomah tonight, Warner Pacific tomorrow. I know the men are going to start here pretty soon over on Oregon's Country Giant, 92.5 KLAD. But we're ready for third quarter action tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thanks for being with us. Grace Ness into a quick triple. It's offline. Hess with the rebound for Bonanza. Dribbles it out into the corner, gets rid of it to Schooler. That's a triple, and it rattles home for Mary Schooler. Bonanza jumps back out, and Schooler with 11 points. Gonzalez trying to get rid of it, but a turnover. Taken away by Ness. Shoves it ahead to Huffman. The layup too strong in the open floor. And a foul is going to be charged, I believe, to Grace Ness. And so Lost River maintains possession. Here's Hernandez along the near side. Terminates the dribble, bounces it to Gonzalez, but no one is there to save it from going out of bounds. I believe they're going to say this one was last touched by Ackley as it went out of bounds. Pass intended for Herring down low, tipped out by Hess. And so the Lady Raiders hold on to it. Inbound pass to Thompson. She kicks it back out to Hernandez. Into a triple for Hernandez, too strong, and Huffman with the rebound. Here comes Ellie Huffman. Shoves it over to Ness in the corner. Back to Schooler. Schooler gets rid of it to Hess. Now to Arata for a free throw line jumper. Rattles out. And Herring with the rebound. Shoves it over to Gonzalez. Now to Herring on the near side. Herring lofting it down low to Thompson. Her shot off the glass, no good. And a rebound, I believe they're going to say Overcash reached over the back. And she did. And so a foul picked up for her there. That is her third. First of the quarter for Lost River. And with 6:20 to go in the third, it's 28-10 Bonanza. Ness will travel before the shot. I didn't quite see her feet move, but trust the near official. And a turnover. Lost River takes it. Here's Hernandez. Tries to get rid of it to Gonzalez. Spins around the defender. Bounce pass to Herring. Kick out to Hernandez. Mid-range shot left short. And Hess's rebound trying to dribble the ball up the floor. And we're going to see Holster check in for Overcash for Lost River. 6 minutes to go in the third. 28-10, Bonanza in front. Huffman trying to dribble inside, loses the handle, gets rid of it to Ness. Top of the key to Schooler. And a blocking foul called against Herring. That's 2 fouls for the Raiders this quarter. Pardon me, 3. And so only 2 minutes in, and they're in a little bit of trouble here. Hess spins around, drives baseline, and she's fouled. That's 4. And one more puts Bonanza at the free throw line for the rest of the quarter. This time it'll be Hess who shoots 2. She's got 9 points tonight. 1 for 2 at the penalty stripe so far this evening. And misses the first one. Here's Hess's second look from the free throw line. That one's good. 29-10, just under 6 to go in the third. Here's Gonzalez. And another turnover. Bonanza takes it. It's Huffman shoving it over to Schooler. Schooler to Arata, now to Ackley, to Hess. Hess bouncing it to Schooler. Pump fake, driving. Out to Arata, and the layup is good. That's Vashti Arata's first 2 points of the night. Puts her team up by 21 with 5:15 to go in the third. Paisley Walling checking into the game for Lost River, typically a junior varsity player, getting some playing time tonight. It was herself and Cassidy Vaughn who organized Military Appreciation Night for tomorrow. They went to the athletic director here, Sydney Hobgood, and said that they wanted to do something special for the veterans here, around the Lost River area. And so on short notice, they put together Military Appreciation Night for tomorrow night. Empty trip at the line, but it's Macy Thompson who converts on the putback. 3 points for her tonight, make this 31-12. Schooler thought about a triple, gets rid of it to Hess. Driving the paint, layup too strong, rebound out of bounds. Bonanza takes it. It'll be Hess to inbound. Gets it to Arata, quick shot is in. 4 points for her, all in this quarter, and Bonanza up 33-12, 4.5 to go in the third. Here's Walling, back over to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find Gonzalez, but the pass too tall. And a turnover, Bonanza takes it. Here's Huffman. Gets rid of it to Schooler, dribbling into some open space. Outside to Ackley, now to Hess. Hess, screen right. Contested three, bank shot offline. And Gonzalez with the rebound, 2-on-2, fast break. Gonzalez taking it all the way up and offline. Schooler with the rebound. Gets rid of it to Huffman. Huffman shoves it ahead to Hess. Down low to Arata, driving to the cup, it's in. (35-12), Bonanza in front. Pass to Hernandez. Over now to Holster. Holster lofting it to Thompson. Bank shot offline, and Hess with the rebound. Lost River still settling for contested looks. Hess spins around to her left. Dribbles to the baseline. Trying to get it back out to Huffman. Left all alone close to the rim. Huffman can't convert. And it's Thompson with the rebound. And a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Herring. We'll take it to 3:19 to go in the third. And Bonanza up 35-12. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Third quarter action continuing in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, 35-12. Bonanza leading Lost River. Leading scorer for Bonanza right now is actually Mary Schooler. She's got 11 points, 8 of them coming in the first half. And she knocked down a triple earlier this quarter, 10 points for Julie Hess. And 6 points this quarter for Vashti Arata. Equals the output by Maggie Ackley from the first half. And it'll be Holster getting it into Gonzalez. Now to Hernandez. Back to Gonzalez. Bouncing it down low to Walling, and her shot blocked by Abby Hill. Abby Hill checking into the game for Bonanza. And I believe it was Ness who went to the bench. Here's Ackley slicing the defense on her way to the rim and scoring. 8 points for her. Here's Walling. Gets rid of it to Hernandez. Back to Walling. Down low to Holster. Holster loses the dribble, taken away by Ellie Huffman. Shoving it ahead to Hess. Beyond the arc, Hess to Schooler. Gets rid of it, back out to Hess. Head fakes a three, driving to the free throw line. Hess kicks it back out to Ackley. Still plenty of time, 20 on the shot clock. Huffman driving inside, bounces it out to Hill. Now to Hess. In the restricted area, high off the glass, no good. Rebound saved by Ackley, out of bounds. Lost River takes it. Just a reminder, Bonanza's next goal is 42 points. That puts us into running clock territory when one team leads by 30 or more heading into the fourth quarter. The clock will continue to run and only stop for free throws. And so that is what Bonanza is hoping for as we enter the second half of the third quarter. 2 minutes actually remaining in this third quarter. Scramble for it on the near side. Over Cash, zipping it to Hernandez, and Hernandez will travel. Huffman into the front court. Pass out to Ackley, top of the key to Schooler. Dribbles out beyond the arc. Now to Hess. Shoving it down low to Hill. Off the glass for Abby Hill. A friendly bounce off the front of the rim is in. And for Hill, those are her first 2 points of the evening. Her team up 39-12. Here's Hernandez, driving baseline, and a timeout taken by Lost River. We'll take it to 1:11 to go in the third quarter, 39-12. Bonanza leads Lost River in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
$39-12, Bonanza leads Lost River. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. It was Coach Herring who called timeout. Second season at Lost River High School. Team struggled a lot last year. Into league play, they're struggling a bit now. But towards, the month of December was fairly good for Lost River. Of their 6 games, 4 of them won in December. But the bookend of the season started with 5 consecutive losses, and now, coming into this game, they've also lost 5 in a row and trailing in a big way here. That shot offline. Rebound out to Werleski, and it's actually Huffman who will take it up the floor. Huffman driving the far side. Kicks it over to Ness. Thought about a triple, gets rid of it to Ackley. Long 2, bounces off the back iron. Rebound snagged by Huffman. Kicked out to Ness for 3, no good. And it's Hernandez with the glass. Racing into the front court, 1-on-2. She's outnumbered, gets rid of it to Gonzalez. Now to Holster on the near side. Here's Hernandez. Gonzalez. Bounce down low to Overcash, turnaround off the glass in. Overcash, 4 points for her tonight. Here's Ness on the far side. Getting it down low to Hill. Kicks back outside to Ness. 2 is in. Thought it was a triple, but her foot was on the line. That's 3 points tonight for Ness. Score 41-14. 4 seconds to go. Pass to Hernandez. She's going to have to get a shot off quick. Here it is. Too late at the buzzer. They wave that shot off. We go to the fourth in a 41-14 ball game. Bonanza in front of Lost River in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Comfortable and not court. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Fourth quarter action in the MyBasin.com game of the week, 41-14, as we get ready for the final 8 minutes tonight. Again, a reminder when or if Bonanza reaches a 30-point margin, the running clock will take effect, and it only pauses for free throws. Right now, a 27-point game. Herring trying to get rid of it to Thompson, but a takeaway is actually taken back by Betty K. Overcash. Tries to get rid of it to Hernandez, this time stolen by Ness. Ness getting rid of it. Long two, taken and missed by Mary Burge, who's checked into the game for the first time tonight for Bonanza. Herring passing it to Holster, trying to find Thompson. She tries to get it to Overcash, but a takeaway by Bonanza. And here comes Burge. Burge dribbles up, top of the key, gets it to Ness. Pass down low, intended for DeLong, who's into the game for the first time. Now it's Werleski. She's trapped, and a held ball. Possession favors the Antlers. Ness inbounds, gets it to Abby Hill. Turnaround off the glass, Hill can't convert. And now here's Herring bringing it up the floor. Shoving it to Hernandez. Gets it back to Herring, bouncing it to Holster, and it's taken away by Ness. Ness outnumbered up the floor. Kicks it outside to Hill. A triple taken and missed by Burge, and the rebound collected by Thompson. Here's Herring now. Gets rid of it to Thompson, but it's stripped by Werleski. And I believe they're going to call Overcash for the foul there. Got a little bit too handsy with Grace Ness, and a substitution. Out goes Holster, in comes Gonzalez. And a timeout called by Coach Struve for Bonanza. We'll take it to 6:06 to go in the final quarter. 41-14, Bonanza in front of Lost River in the MyBasin.com game of the week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
I want to just expand on some Abby's legendary pizza business. Recently tried, didn't know they had the white sauce out there. I've recently become a white sauce fan on the pizza. Abby's legendary pizza is the best place to go for it in the Klamath Basin. A couple locations up near OIT and over near the DMV. Abby's legendary pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports, and we're back into the action. 41-14, 5:50 to go in the fourth. Herring to Thompson, bouncing it to Gonzalez, tries to get it back to Herring. Her shot contested offline, saved from going out of bounds by Thompson, lofts it high to Hernandez. Ball tipped into the backcourt, but picked up by Lost River. 7 on the shot clock. Herring bouncing it to Thompson. Her shot off the glass, no good. And the rebound picked up by DeLong. Passing it ahead to Burge. Burge shoves it to Ness. Too much on the pass, but Ness corrals it. Back to Burge. Here's Hill. A triple for Abby Hill, too strong. Put back attempt, that's no good either. Werleski spinning around, she can't get the shot, and Thompson with the rebound. Herring. Driving right, off her shoe. Here's Gonzalez driving to the rim, no good. And the rebound collected by DeLong. Tries to get rid of it out to Hill, but it's picked up by Lost River. Near corner, all alone is Gonzalez for three, no good. And here comes Burge. Lofting it ahead to Ness. Back to Burge. Now to Ness, top of the key to Hill. Here's Burge. Burge loses it for a moment. It's taken away by Hernandez. Racing up the floor all alone. Hernandez, shot's good. For Amaris Hernandez, the freshman, her first 2 points tonight. Here's Ness, kicking it to Hill. Burge, who's trapped, gets rid of it to Hill. Bouncing it to Ness, and another takeaway by Hernandez. Although this time, the loose ball is picked up by Bonanza. A foul on the turnaround shot by DeLong. She'll earn 2 free throws. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. First free throw good from DeLong. The second one offline. And a whistle. I think this one's going against the Raiders. Nope. Yeah, against the Raiders. Charge this one to, well, not Thompson. It's number 32 for Lost River. Inbound pass taken away by Herring. 3:36 to go in the ball game, 42-16. Pass to Hawkins, outside to Hernandez, to Herring, lofting it far side to Gonzalez, to Herring. Bouncing it to Hawkins, has it ripped away by Ness. Ness against Hernandez, into the front court, Ness can't finish, and it's Hawkins with the glass. Here's Gonzalez. Out to Herring. Thought about a three. Loose ball, again picked away by Bonanza. It'll be Burge who brings it up the floor. Burge dribbles up, top of the key, all alone. Dishes it to Ness, getting it down low to DeLong. She's fouled hard on the shot, going to the line. Shot good on the first attempt by DeLong. Second one good as well. The score 44-16. 2.5 to go in the ball game. And a takeaway by Bonanza. Here's Grace Ness dribbling into the corner. Going to try to slow things down a little bit for Bonanza. Quick shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Lost River takes it. Stick around after this for the varsity boys contest. You don't have to go anywhere if you're watching on mybasin.com. Same link. I'm going to take a brief intermission. And we'll also be on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. That's coming up in just a bit. Right now we've got time. 44-16, Bonanza's in front.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
.2:16 to go in the final quarter. Bonanza leads Lost River 44-16. And here come the Raiders. Out to Herring. Quick mid-range shot from Morgan Herring. No good. Werleski with the rebound. Lost River working on a press. And it works for a moment, and it does. Actually, a tie-up gives Lost River possession. In a game like this, opportunity to work on some things for Lost River. And their full-court defense, certainly something that, as this program improves under Coach Herring, they're going to want to improve on that specifically with. It's a great tool for teams to use once you get to the state tournament in March. Ness with the rebound, bringing it up the floor, under 2 minutes to go in the game. Burge to Hill. Hill to Ness. Ness to Werleski, turning around, her shot no good. Rebound spit out, collected by Holster. Herring. Gets the ball back. And a whistle. It's going to go against Werleski. She tried to rip it away from Herring, but too aggressive on that play. Holster to inbound. Quick shot, taken and missed. Holster the putback, throws it off the glass, no good. Another opportunity, taken and missed from Lost River. And a tie-up. This time the possession arrow favors the Lady Antlers. Ness going to have to get rid of it. She needs help. Someone get up the floor to help her, and she just can't. 5-second violation. She was calling for help. I don't know if anyone heard her. Here's Holster to inbound for Lost River. To Herring. Bouncing it back to Holster. Her shot blocked from behind. And Abby Hill with the loose ball. Tries to get rid of it, but it's taken away by Hernandez. Hernandez has been active on defense, especially here in the second half. She hasn't scored the ball very much. That time taking a mid-range shot, no good. And she's got 2 points, but the freshman really showing her worth on the defensive end, getting in the way of passing lanes, not afraid to get in there and mix things up along the perimeter. I like what I'm seeing from the freshman. That's the 5th foul for the Raiders, sends Bonanza to the line for the rest of the game. Only 47 seconds to go. And it will be DeLong back to the line. She is 3 of 4 from the penalty stripe tonight. First one good, 45-16. That one is offline. Werleski with the rebound, the putback no good. Battle for the ball underneath, a tie-up. No, a foul. This one is against Bonanza. And against Grace Ness, it's her second. 40 seconds to go in the ball game, 45-16. Here's Holster. To Hernandez, the freshman, trying to back down the defender. Dribbles out, the shot out of bounds. And with this, 25 seconds to go. The shot clock is off. And Bonanza could just end this right here. We'll see if they run one more offensive set. Here's Abby Hill to Ness, 15 now. Sipping it down low to Werleski. Her shot no good. The putback is in for DeLong. Her first made field goal. 5 seconds to go. Herring, 2 seconds now. Hernandez at the buzzer, no good. And our final score tonight, 47-16. We'll be back to recap it briefly before we get ready for the boys' game tonight. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
(47-16) the final for the varsity girls contest. Wrap this one up real briefly for you before we head into the boys contest. For Bonanza, they improved to 10-6 overall in the season, 6-1 in league play. For Lost River, this marks loss number 14 on the season. Compared to 6 wins, they are 2-7 in league play now. Leading scorers tonight for Bonanza, 11 points for Mary Schooler, 10 for Julie Hess, 8 for Maggie Ackley, 6 for Vashti Arata and Ayla DeLong, 3 from Grace Ness, 2 from Abby Hill, and 1 from Ellie Huffman. Wrapping this one up, big time for Lost River, a 47-16 win. We're going to take a brief pause, and when we come back, we'll be getting ready for pregame coverage of the boys varsity contest tonight on MyBasin.com. Leave it right here. And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. Tonight, we are coming to you from Lost River High School as the Raiders get ready to host the Bonanza Antlers. Glad to be with you. My name is Josh Eldridge. As we get ready for this Mountain Valley League Conference showdown, we're going to take a look at the standings as we continue the pregame show, as well as talk about what happened last time these two teams squared off back on January 23rd. Details on all that and more, plus starting lineups and tip-off is next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAG.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Glad to be back with you from Lost River High School in Malin, Oregon. Just about 30 minutes from downtown Klamath Falls. Getting ready for the Lost River Raiders against the Bonanza Antlers. So glad to spend the evening with you on MyBasin.com. Let's take a quick look now at how the standings are shaken out for both of these teams so far. They're on your screen now if you're watching on MyBasin.com. But if you're listening on the radio on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, it goes like this. Trinity Lutheran leads the league. They're 8-0, 15-4 overall. Then you've got these Lost River Raiders 8-1. As a matter of fact, their one loss coming to Trinity Lutheran back on the 25th. That was a 66-44 loss for Lost River. After that, Cross Point Christian 7-4. Bonanza is 6-1. Chiloquin 6-4. Prospect Charter is 3-5, as is North Lake. Central Christian is 2-7. Rogue Valley Adventist is 1-9, and Gilchrist rounds out the league. They are 0-8 in conference play. Tonight is also kind of a senior night activity here at Lost River High School, and so as we honor the seniors from Lost River, we'll do so briefly. Number 1, Emmett O'Brien. Number 3, Juan Navarro. Number 23, Connor Dunley. And number 33, Chase McAuliffe. And as we're at it for Lost River, might as well talk about the Bonanza Antlers, who will be playing here inside Raiders Gym for the final time in their high school career. Laurentino Weezer and Andrew Rojas, along with Braden Forrest, Josh Kaber, and Fiston Qualls, your seniors for Lost River. We can see them introducing the young men now out there on the floor. There's Connor Dunley. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last time these two squads faced off. Again, it was back on January 23rd, a game that Lost River won 61-44. That was back at Bonanza High School. This game was close throughout most of the first half. Raiders closed the half on a 9-1 run, allowed them to lead 11 points going into the locker rooms, but really What tripped up Bonanza in that game was getting into foul trouble. Victor Gonzalez, Andrew Rojas, and Alexander Renzetti, each starters typically for Bonanza, got four fouls. And so you're playing that game with most of your top scorers on the bench. Couple that with a couple of 17-point performances from Connor Dunley and Chase McAuliffe, and, well, that's how you get a big win for Lost River on the road. Tonight they look to defend home court. As we continue to introduce the seniors here at Lost River High School, we're going to step aside for another break in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. When we come back, we should be ready for starting lineups and tip-off on 1150 and 92.9 AGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you at Lost River High School as we are just a couple of minutes away from tip-off on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. And trying to figure out if we're going to get ready to continue warming up or if we're going to get ready for the national anthem. We did the Pledge of Allegiance earlier tonight when the speaker system didn't quite get working, but special night tonight at Lost River High School celebrating some of the seniors. Tomorrow night serves to be equally as special. It'll be military appreciation tomorrow night at Lost River High School as the Raiders get ready to host the Chiloquin Panthers. Should be a good matchup there. It's a rematch from the games we saw back on Monday where Lost River defeated Chiloquin 69-58. Kind of ran away with it there at the end of the game. But Chiloquin hasn't played since they played Lost River back on Monday. They've got pretty much most of the week off. Meantime, Lost River has played. They've played one game already. They'll play here tonight, and again, they'll meet Chiloquin tomorrow. So busy week for Lost River. Chiloquin's had all week to think about tomorrow, and we'll be here as well on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. No coverage on the radio tomorrow on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. Too many conflicts, too many sports to go around, as if there's a such thing. We'll be broadcasting Oregon Tech women's basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Creates a conflict with Oregon State Beavers basketball, who will be on the air tomorrow on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. Looks like we're still going to have a little bit more warm-ups, so we'll stick with you through the next about minute or so and kind of talk about the season that these two teams have had thus far. Bonanza and Lost River met up back earlier this month on the 23rd. It's a 61-44 loss for Bonanza. Since then, they've ran off 3 straight wins against Chiloquin, 54-38, Crosspoint Christian, 46-31, and then, Central Christian, and then Crosspoint, 68-59. Meantime, for Lost River, they have won 10 of their last 11 contests. Their only loss coming to Trinity Lutheran back on the 25th, 44, and that's against one of the top teams in the entire state of Oregon at this classification. Trinity Lutheran looks poised to possibly make a deep title run. They're ranked 3rd in the state right now, but these Raiders are ranked number 9, still in the top 10. Bonanza is ranked number 13, and so should be an interesting matchup this evening. Looks like we're just about ready now to meet the starting 5 for each squad. And so our public address announcer tonight and athletic director here at Lost River High School, Mr. Sid Hobgood, was kind enough to join us this morning on the K-Lad Wake Up Crew over on 92.5 FM. Joined us this morning at Lithia Dodge to talk about Lost River High School's Military Appreciation Night coming up tomorrow. And they're very excited about it here. There's a couple of girls varsity basketball players who got that thing started, Cassidy Vaughn and Paisley Waller, but that's tomorrow. We've got a basketball game right now to worry about. Let's meet the starting 5 for the Bonanza Antlers. Starting at guard, a junior, number 1, Victor Gonzalez. Number 2, Garrett Gallagher, a sophomore. Number 3, a senior, Laurentino Weiser. And number 11, a senior, Andrew Rojas. And number 24, a junior, Alexander Renzetti. Now let's get ready to meet the hometown Lost River Raiders as the fans here inside Raider Gym get to their feet. Number 1, a senior, Emmett O'Brien. Number 4, a junior, Tate Freeman, and what a night he had on Monday against Chiloquin. 28 points for the young man. Look for big things tonight. Number 23, a senior, Connor Dunley. Number 33, Chase McAuliffe, another senior, and then rounding out the order, a junior, number 40, Caden Hardman. The Lost River Raiders are coached by Brad Johnson and assisted by Ryan Freeman. And for Bonanza, they are coached by Mr. Campbell Ness. Lost River tonight in their home white uniforms with yellow numbering and black trim. Bonanza tonight in their road red uniforms with Bonanza written across their chest in white numbering and lettering and black trim for the Antlers. Lost River controls the opening tip. Here's Caden Hardman. Here's Tate Freeman. Mid-range jumper, left short, and Bonanza collects the rebound. It's Weiser trying to come the other way. Has it picked away by O'Brien. Loose ball at the top of the key, a held ball. Possession is going the way of the Bonanza Antlers. Start talking about a gray Toyota double parked in the gym. I drove a gray Toyota here. I was a little bit worried, but I don't think it's mine. All right, here we go. Victor Gonzalez into the front court for Bonanza, shoving it over to Renzetti on the left wing. Lofting it high to Rojas, now zipping it to Gonzalez in the corner. Tries to find a cutting Weiser, but it's taken away by O'Brien, and it'll be Dunley who shoves it ahead to Hartman. Hartman now on the right wing, gets it to Dunley. Dunley on the left, tries to get it in the near corner to Freeman. It's tipped out of bounds by Rojas, and Lost River maintains possession. Hartman to inbound in the near side. Gets it to Dunley. Dunley zipping it down low to O'Brien on the right block. Kicks it out to Hartman. Finds Dunley on the left wing. Dunley guarded by Gonzalez. Gets it to Hartman. Dumps it down low to Freeman. Kicks it outside to Dunley. Now over to McAuliffe. Back to Dunley. Top of the key. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dunley backs it up to about half court. Zips it over to McAuliffe. Now in the far corner to O'Brien. Pump fakes. Top of the key to Hartman. Long three. No good. And they're going to call no shot clock violation. I didn't think that hit the rim, but regardless, Bonanza will take over on the near side of the floor. And it will be Garrett Gallagher who takes the inbound pass and brings it up for the Antlers as they go from left to right across your radio dial. Here's Gonzalez. Shoving it over in the far corner to Renzetti. Renzetti lofting it top of the key to Rojas. Head fakes a three, guarded by Hartman. Dishes it over to Gonzalez, now bouncing it to Weiser. Weiser into the near corner for three. The shot taken and missed by Gallagher. Loose ball collected Now kicked out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez at the free throw line. Over to Renzetti. A triple for Renzetti. Back iron, no good. Rebound collected by O'Brien. Now it's Hartman. He's going to bring it across the timeline for Lost River. Finds O'Brien cutting to the cup. His floater good from about 10 feet out. And Lost River strikes first, up 2-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first. Trying to loft it to Rojas. Now kicking it in the near corner to Gallagher. Gallagher trapped in the near corner but breaks out of it as Lost River relying on kind of a 1-3-1 zone here on defense. Here's Gonzalez, top of the key. Over to Renzetti on the left wing. Renzetti over to Rojas, left alone in the corner. A triple for Rojas is too strong. Rebound collected by Weiser. Kicks it outside to Gonzalez. He takes a crack at three. It's good. 3-2, Bonanza leads. 5.5 to go in the first. Emmett O'Brien kicks it in the near corner to Freeman. Driving left baseline, contested shot. He's fouled by Laurentino Weiser, so that will send Tate Freeman to the line for a pair. Student section getting involved here at Lost River High School. A sizable student section for Bonanza as well, and a packed house. It's always fun in these rivalry matchups. The first free throw, good, rattles home for Freeman. Tie game at 3 with exactly 5.5 to go in the first. A chance to take the lead is good for Freeman. Lost River in front, 4-3. Bonanza coming along the near side, it's Rojas. Rojas kicks it to Weiser, but the ball goes out of bounds. Are they going to say it was tipped? And it did look tipped, so Bonanza will maintain possession. Gallagher to inbound for the Antlers. Lofting it to Renzetti. Renzetti over to Gonzalez. Zips it over to Rojas. Had trouble for a minute corralling the pass. He's trapped in the corner. Ball goes out of bounds, trying to get the pass off. And Rojas will maintain possession with the Antlers. Rojas to Renzetti on the left block. Kicks it top of the key to Gallagher. Gallagher finding Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Rojas. Bouncing it to Gallagher on the baseline. Gallagher trapped, gets rid of it to Rojas. Pump fake, up with the shot, is fouled. And Rojas to the line for a pair. Rojas scored 4 points in the loss earlier in the season. It was Victor Gonzalez who led the Antlers with 18 points back on the 23rd. Rojas' first free throw's no good. Right now, Gonzalez has all 3 points for the Antlers, but Rojas looking to change it with a made free throw. Here's his second look. That one's good. We've got a tie game, tied up at 4 with 5 minutes to go in the first. Freeman to McAuliffe. McAuliffe into the front court to Dunley. Top of the key, Dunley switches to his right, splitting up the defense. Underhand dish to O'Brien, out to McAuliffe. Now back to Dunley, top of the key. Head fakes a triple. Gets rid of it near side to Hartman. Hartman trying to find Freeman down low on the left block. Freeman turns around, the layup no good. O'Brien goes up for the rebound, hits the deck hard, gets back up, and a tie-up. Possession's going to favor Lost River. Boy, Emmett O'Brien hit the deck hard. He looks to be okay. Couldn't even tell it happened to him by the way he's moving around out there. Hartman will inbound, but first, it looks like the officials are having a conversation. That's Mr. Robbie Sisania and Craig Connor. And it looks like we're ready to go. All right, Hartman to inbound, finding Dunley on the right side. Back to Hartman in the far corner, now Dunley. Right wing, back to Hartman. Corner three, good. Hartman, his first points of the night come on a made triple. Make the score 7-4. Bonanza trying to find an answer. Here's Gallagher in the near side. Kicks it to Gonzalez. Well beyond the arc. Gonzalez zips it to Rojas. Rojas to Renzetti in the near corner. Tries to find Rojas cutting to the rim, but it's taken away by Freeman. One-on-one against Reeser in the fast break. Freeman up with the shot. It's in. 4 points tonight for Freeman. His team leads 9-4 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pass goes to Renzetti. Gallagher spinning to the rim. Kicks it out to Gonzalez. Left alone for a triple. No good. Rebound is collected by Dunley. Kicked ahead to Hartman. Finds O'Brien into the front court. 1-on-3, outnumbered, but O'Brien finishes at the cup. 11-4, Lost River in front, and timeout called by Campbell Ness. Head coach of the Bonanza Antlers will take it too. 3:43 to go in the first. 11-4. Lost River leads in the MyBasin.com game of the week on 1150-9 KAGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back into the first quarter action as Rojas has it for Bonanza. They trail 11-4 against Lost River in the MyBasin.com game of the week. Here's Weezer, gets rid of it to Renzetti. Well beyond the arc, top of the key. Renzetti driving inside, kicks it outside to Weezer. In the right block, Weezer kicks it outside to Gonzalez, top of the key, finds Rojas in the far corner for three. Rojas too strong. Rebound battled for underneath. It's taken away by Noble, kicks it out to Weezer for a triple. That's no good. Renzetti on the glass. A third opportunity for Bonanza. Gonzalez kicks it to Renzetti on the left wing. Back to Gonzalez, driving left baseline against Dunley. Out of bounds, last touched by Gonzalez, and the Raiders take over. Connor Dunley, guarded by Noble, up the floor, kicks it to Hartman. Hartman brings it along the right side, now to Dunley. At the half-court logo, kicks it to McAuliffe, now to Freeman in the near corner. Freeman zips it to Hartman, trying to dump it down low to O'Brien on the left block, outside to Freeman. Freeman now in the left corner, kicks it to Hartman, top of the key, now to McAuliffe on the right wing. Dunley brings it around, top of the key, switches to his right hand, splitting up the defense, takes contact, and the foul. My goodness, Connor Dunley. His first 2 points make the score 13-4 with 2:38 to go in the first quarter. And a free throw pending. His free throw's good. 10-point ball game. Bonanza's been here before. They were down by 10 in the first quarter when these two teams met earlier in the season. Ended that first quarter down by 1. A triple shot at and missed by Noble. A rebound collected by Lost River. Dunley shoves it ahead to O'Brien. Dumps it down low to Freeman on the left block. Takes some contact. The shot blocked by Rojas. Freeman maybe earned a foul on that one, but he won't get it. Renzetti bounces it in the near corner to Rojas. Trying to dump it down to Renzetti on the right block. Kicks it outside to Weezer. Now to Rojas in the near corner. Now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez terminates the dribble. Finds Renzetti at the free throw line. Dumps it down low to Rojas. Too strong in the layup. Freeman with the rebound. Dunley now shoves it ahead to Hartman. It's McAuliffe. Back to Hartman. Now to McAuliffe on the far side. It's a long two from McAuliffe. It's no good. The rebound ripped away by O'Brien. Finds McAuliffe cutting to the rim. Another and one for the Raiders after McAuliffe takes a body and gets the hoop. Had 17 points when these two teams met up earlier in the season. Those were his first points of the night so far, make it a 12-point game. And a free throw on the way for McAuliffe is good. 17-4, Lost River in front of Bonanza on their home floor. Weezer shoving it over to Gonzalez, now to Noble in the far corner. Noble trapped in the corner, gets rid of it to Rojas. Free throw line jumper for Rojas is wide right. Rebound collected by O'Brien. Now it's Dunley into the front court for Lost River. Dribbles it between his legs, terminates the dribble, kicks it to McAuliffe, left alone for a triple, no good. Rebound is battled for on the baseline, won by Victor Gonzalez, and Bonanza coming the other way. 1:14 to go in the first, 17-4, Lost River in front of Bonanza. Here's Weezer kicking it to Rojas. Rojas, about 15 feet out from the bucket on the near side, turns it over. Now it's O'Brien, 1-on-3 in the fast break, turning around defenders, kicks it to McAuliffe, dumps it down low to Freeman. He's good from close range. 6 points for Tate Freeman. His team leads by 15. 50 seconds to go in the first. Here's Weezer. Weezer near side to Rojas, kicks it to Noble. Noble tries to find Rojas, cutting to the rim. Another turnover for Bonanza near the bucket. This time it's O'Brien shoving it ahead to Dunley, to the rim. Too strong on the layup for Dunley. Here comes Bonanza the other way. Noble onto the right wing. 28 seconds to go. Shot clock is off here in the first quarter. Weezer against Hardman. Brings it inside the three-point arc. Dribbles it back outside. Now to Noble. A right floor shot blocked by Freeman. He got up there for that one. Now 15 seconds to go in the first. Here's Hartman into the front court for Lost River. Finds Dunley. Zips it in the near corner to O'Brien for three. No good. That's Freeman with the rebound. The putback too strong. McAuliffe a chance for the third look. No good. Weezer with the rebound and will get the shot off. It is no good at the buzzer. We go to the second quarter with Lost River in front, 19-4. Big time quarter for the Raiders. We'll be back on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
The action and a turnover for Bonanza gives Lost River possession. They're up 19-4. Here's Connor Dunley. Connor Dunley tries to get to the rim, but he's contested. Now it's Bonanza going the other way. Here's Gonzalez, kicks it to Renzetti. Renzetti on the right block, kicks it out to Gallagher. Gallagher brings it along the right wing, trying to dribble inside, kicks it to Gonzalez, but Gonzalez was cutting. Thought that the pass was going to be in front of him, wound up behind him. But I believe it was tipped by Lost River, so Gonzalez to inbound to Renzetti. Bouncing it down low, that was Qualls. Going to turn it over. And now it's Dunley racing up for Lost River. Kicks it to Freeman. Back to Dunley on the left wing. Lofts it far side to Hartman, left alone for a triple, and he leaves the triple short. Emmett O'Brien battling on the glass. His putback is hanging on the rim, and it falls. Emmett O'Brien's got 6 points. His team up 21-4 here in the second quarter, 6:50 to go. Here's Gonzalez. Lofting it near side to Renzetti. His triple is no good, but he's fouled, and so Renzetti heading to the line for three. Last time these two teams squared off, Renzetti scored 11 points, but it was him along with Gonzalez and Rojas who got into foul trouble and had to miss a lot of the second half. Ended up costing Bonanza in the long run as they lost that game 61-44. Renzetti's first free throw is off. His second one is in, and he's got one more on the way. Qualls out for Bonanza. I believe Rojas checked back in. The second free throw good for Renzetti. 21-6. 6:40 to go in the first half. Dunley leaps to corral that pass. What an athlete. Pass comes near side and tipped out of bounds. Lost River holds on to it. Last year it was Bonanza who took 2 of the 3 games between these squads. And the Lost River holds the series advantage since 2019, 6 games to 3. Sanders bodying his way to the rim and converts on the right block. Bo Sanders is checked into the game for Lost River, puts his team up 23-6 with about 6:10 to go in the second. Here's Renzetti close to the cup, off the glass, no good. And Dunley with the rebound. It's going to be Gallagher who fouls him. A little bit overzealous on the reach in. And that'll be the second foul for Bonanza. Having a hard time getting started. Lost River's running this zone defense very well so far in this game. Dunley going to cross the timeline for the Raiders. Lofting it over to O'Brien, finding McAuliffe. Just a step inside the perimeter in the right corner. Raiders going around the horn, finding O'Brien in the near corner. Triple too strong, and Rojas cleans up the glass. Dishes it to Renzetti. Renzetti brings it up the floor for the Antlers. Dribbles into the near wing, now dishes it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez fires it over to Rojas. Now to Renzetti at the free throw line to Gonzalez. And now it looks like it was Medeiros with it. And ball goes out of bounds. This should give the ball to Lost River. Colby Medeiros, a freshman, checking into the game for Bonanza, wearing the number 13 tonight. First we've seen of him this season on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Dunley is hit hard, hoping that he was fouled. He might have been. Dunley kicks it out to Hartman, now to O'Brien, top of the key. Near side to Sanders, head fakes a three, and I believe he's going to call, well, let's see. There was a whistle, and they're going to say that Dunley was pretty banged up, so they called time for him to check out of the game. We'll follow that progress. In his stead is Tate Freeman. Inbound to Freeman on the near corner. Lofts it top of the key to O'Brien, zips it to McAuliffe, now far corner to Hartman. Hartman back to O'Brien. Now it's Freeman lofting it down low to McAuliffe on the left block. Kicks it outside to Hartman. A triple from the right wing is no good, and a whistle down low. This one's going the other way. I think they're going to hit Sanders with it. Well, now it's interesting for Lost River because they've got a lot of talent on the floor, but they're going to have to rely on the likes of maybe Emmett O'Brien to run the offense with Chase McAuliffe on the bench. Here's Rojas on the left block. Takes the foul, no bucket, but 2 free throws on the way for Andrew Rojas. Score 23-6 with 4:47 to go in the second quarter. Rojas to the line. 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. And a fine time to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home, and that's why Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty's exclusive beyond the sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today. One made free throw for Rojas, and for the Raiders, they get Dunley back on the floor. Out goes Sanders. Here's McAuliffe with it, top of the key. Dunley inside the paint, guarded by 3 Antlers, but Dunley's going to travel. As a matter of fact, even though he took some contact, he took too many steps first. 23-7, 4.5 to go in the first half. Noble to Renzetti. Renzetti near corner to Medeiros. A triple for the freshman is offline. Rebound is batted out to half court. A collision, but the loose ball is collected by Gonzalez. Now Medeiros tries to find Noble cutting to the rim. Out of bounds it goes. The pass too high, and Lost River takes over. Dunley passes to Hartman, and it'll be Hartman who brings it across the front court. Ahead to O'Brien. And a timeout, I believe, called by Coach Johnson for Lost River. We'll take it too. 4:09 to go in the second, 23-7. Lost River leads Bonanza in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and KAGO.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Lost River starting with it out of the break. They lead 23-7 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Near corner, Hartman again from range. That time he banks it in. Another triple for Hartman gives him 2 on the night and 6 points total. His team up 26-7. Here's Gonzalez trying to kick it out to Renzetti. O'Brien sticks his arm in the way, knocks it out of bounds, and the Antlers hold on to it. Inbound pass quickly to Noble, leaves the layup short, and Freeman collects the rebound. Now it's Hartman crossing the timeline on the far side of the floor. Hartman gets rid of it to Connor Dunley, zips it near side to O'Brien, finds a spot from about 16 feet out and drops it. O'Brien, 8 points tonight. His team leads by 21 with 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. There's Rojas with it. Kicks it near side to Noble, bouncing it into the corner to Gonzalez. He's trapped, tries to get rid of it. Renzetti gets it. Now back to Gonzalez, back to the trap. Now it's Renzetti once more. Holding the ball high above his head, gets rid of it to Gonzalez. Now to Rojas. Rojas to Medeiros. Trapped again in the corner. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez zips it to Renzetti. Quick shot in. Wow. Quick answer there by Renzetti. He's got 4 points. His team trailing 28-9. Bonanza is going to have to string a few points together here in the final 3 minutes of this half. They want to stay competitive. Right now, this Lost River zone is doing some damage. Dunley kicking it near side to O'Brien. Now McAuliffe on the left block. Down low to Freeman. His shot from about 10 feet, no good. And Renzetti cleans up the glass. Here's Rojas. Shoving it ahead to Noble. The pass intercepted by Emmett O'Brien. Raiders going the other way. Dunley kicks it to Hartman. Back to Dunley on the left wing. Lofting it over to Freeman. Head fakes on the right block. Can't get the shot. Bonanza coming the other way. Here's Gonzalez. Shoving it ahead to Medeiros. Cutting to the rim. His shot left short. Emmett O'Brien with the rebound. Loose ball is actually taken away by Noble. Goes almost out of bounds, but he saves it. He's pushed, and a foul called on Dunley. That's the 4th Raider team foul. One more puts Bonanza in the bonus with 1:59 to go in the first half. Noble checks out. Into the game for Bonanza is Garrett Gallagher. Here's Rojas on the near side. Tries to get it to Renzetti, but it's picked away by Freeman. Freeman one-on-one and a fast break against Gonzalez. And a reverse layup is in. Freeman makes it look so easy. 30-9. 1:40 to go in the first half. Bounce pass outside to Rojas. Head fakes a 3. Driving baseline. Ball goes out of bounds. And I believe Bonanza's going to get to hold on to this one. Coach Johnson asking for clarification. I think they thought there might have been a charge foul called against Bonanza, but to no avail. Subs coming in for the Raiders. It looks like Navarro's checking in. Out goes Connor Dunley. And it'll be Gallagher to inbound. Gets it quickly to Gonzalez. Trapped. Dumps it down low to Gallagher on the right block. Tries to get it outside to Gonzalez. Head fakes a 3. And 2 defenders just switching between those 2 young men. Now to Renzetti on the right block. Kicks it outside to Weezer for 3. No good. Renzetti with the rebound. On the left block. Turns around. Dishes it back outside to Medeiros. He takes a triple bang. Medeiros' first points of the night, but Freeman on the other side races up the floor and responds. 32-12. With just about a minute to go here in the second quarter. Renzetti trying to get it to Gallagher, but it's taken away by McAuliffe. McAuliffe lofting it to Hartman, goes back outside to O'Brien. Now to Hartman, 1 step inside the perimeter. To McAuliffe, right in front of the bucket. Turnaround jumper, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. 45 seconds to go in the first half, trailing by 20. Here's Weezer, trying to bounce it down low, gets it to Renzetti from close range, too strong. Rebound collected by Gallagher, pump fake, and he's going to get McAuliffe to jump and then fall underneath him. McAuliffe hits the deck hard. Gallagher also hits the floor. They're going to call the foul on McAuliffe. A chance coming out from the Bonanza student section, but more just hoping that McAuliffe is okay. He goes to the bench after hitting the floor pretty hard. Sanders comes in, and even though that was a non-shooting foul, that is the 5th team foul for Lost River, so it sends Gallagher to the line. His first free throw is in. 32-13, and one more free throw coming up for Gallagher. That one is no good. Freeman collects the rebound. Shoves it ahead to O'Brien. Shot clock off, 30 seconds to go in the half. O'Brien kicks it to Freeman. Freeman, a triple, is going to hit the shot clock and go out of bounds with 21 and a half seconds to go in the second quarter, 32-13. Lost River in front. The MyBasin.com game of the week. Here we go. Gallagher trying to shove it ahead to Medeiros. Medeiros kicks it out to Weezer. Weezer over to Gonzalez. Now back to Medeiros. 12 seconds now. Gonzalez finds room on the left elbow. Zips it near side to Renzetti. Cutting to the rim. Off the glass. Renzetti is good and a blocking foul. So that sends Renzetti to the line for one more. Renzetti's free throw is no good. 2 seconds to go now. O'Brien, a half-court shot, no good. And we go to the locker rooms with Lost River leading Bonanza 32-15. We'll be back with some halftime stats as we continue your coverage from Lost River High School in the MyBasin.com game of the week on 11 and 92.9 KAGO.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
It is halftime at Lost River High School, and the Raiders lead the Bonanza Antlers 32-15 in the MyBasin.com game of the week. Let's take a look at who's been doing the damage for Lost River. It's the same young man who did it back on Monday. Tate Freeman has 10 points, leading all scorers on the floor tonight. Also, Emmett O'Brien has 8 for Lost River, 6 for Caden Hartman, 3 for Chase McAuliffe and Connor Dunley, and 2 for Bo Sanders. Tallies up to 32 for Lost River. Meantime, for Bonanza, they're led in scoring by Alexander Renzetti, who's got 6 points, 3 for Colby Medeiros and Andrew Rojas and Victor Gonzalez. And 1 point for Garrett Gallagher gets you to 15 points for the Bonanza Antlers. The story of this first half, the suffocating defense being played by Lost River. They've settled into a 1-3-1 zone. They've trapped in the corners. They've got the ball out of the playmakers' hands for Bonanza. And they've relied on getting the ball down to Alexander Renzetti, who certainly can score, but getting the ball to him has been the challenge. A couple of made triples for Bonanza in that first half from Colby Medeiros and Victor Gonzalez has kept them within range. All things considered, not a bad half for Bonanza. They're down about 17 right now. And as we take a look at what happened last time these two teams played, it was a little bit closer at halftime. It was 31-20 Bonanza got close a couple of times in that second half back on the 23rd, but it was really foul trouble that hurt the Antlers in that game. Tonight, they're not having to deal with that so much. So you get your best players out there on the floor, try to make a comeback into this one in front of a hostile crowd here at Lost River. It's a tall hill to climb. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of basketball left to be played for both of these teams. And seeing some good things at the end of that first half from Bonanza. They were able to try to get the ball in the low post a little bit better. Their cutters were a little bit more active, even if the passes weren't necessarily connecting. And cutters is how you're going to have to beat that 1-3-1 zone. If you just plant Chase McAuliffe in the paint for Lost River, find a way around him if you're Bonanza. And then, not a bad half of defense played by Bonanza either. Tate Freeman has done a lot of damage close to the rim. But he's a scorer, man. He can jump. Same for Emmett O'Brien. He can dish it, and he can jump as well. A couple of made triples for Caden Hartman have put them in business, and that's why they lead 32-15 here at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look around the state of Oregon, tell you what you need to know. The Henley Hornets playing tonight. We'll get you a score update there, as well as what's been going on around the league in the Mountain Valley League. So details on that as we continue your halftime coverage from Lost River High School tonight. The MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAG.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Just got some homecoming news. The King and Queen announced here at Lost River High School. It's also senior night. It's been a fun night of basketball here, and at halftime, Lost River leads 32-15. Want to take just a quick look now at the standings in the Mountain Valley League. What are we playing for? It's a conference title. Lost River in second place right now. A win tonight would put them in first place with 9 wins in league play. Right now, they're behind Trinity Lutheran, who is 8-0. Their Lost River's one loss coming to Trinity Lutheran earlier in the season. That was back on the 25th, 66-44. After those top two teams, it's Cross Point Christian, who's 7-4 in league play. Bonanza is 6-1. Chiloquin is 6-4, followed by Prospect Charter, who's 3-5. North Lake Paisley, they're 3-5. Central Christian is 2-7. Rogue Valley Adventist is 1-9. And Gilchrist, a goose egg in the wins column, they are still looking for their first victory in conference play. They are 0-8. That's how the Mountain Valley League Conference standings shape up right now. Of course, we're not the only game going on tonight around the state of Oregon. Plenty of other basketball to keep tabs on. How about the Henley Hornets tonight, who have been on the road at Phoenix High School? Getting a score update from them. It looks like right now the Hornets are in front of the Phoenix Pirates late in the third quarter. Last score update I got from them was that Henley was leading 50-37. And that game for the Hornets, a big one. If you look at the Skyline Conference standings, a win tonight for Henley would put them in sole possession of first place in that conference. So congratulations to them as well. Of course, Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls on the road tonight. They're in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, taking on Multnomah tonight, Warner Pacific tomorrow. Of course, you can follow all Hustlin' Owls basketball action on Oregon's Country Giant, 92.5 KLAD. They're on there right now, and they'll be there again tomorrow at about 4:30 when they take on Warner Pacific. That's an interesting one for the Owls. Warner Pacific is losers of 18 straight, and they could put it together on any night. 6 of their 18 losses come by a margin of 3 or less points. Just hope it's not tomorrow they put it together against Tech, who's looking to stay ranked in the top 25. That's what we've got going on around the state of Oregon as far as high school and college athletics. Tomorrow, some Oregon State Beavers basketball action on 104.3 and 960 Sports. I believe they're going to be down in Southern California tomorrow for Oregon State, who've played extremely well at home and not well at all on the road for Oregon State this season in a bit of a rebuilding year. So hoping the best for the Beavers and maybe a return to the Elite Eight like it was a couple of years ago for Wade Tinkle's program. Took an extended halftime tonight to name those seniors and the homecoming court for Lost River. We'll take a moment now just to talk about what's going on tomorrow night here at Lost River High School. It's Military Appreciation Night. All former and current military personnel get in for free, and they get a little bit of popcorn as well from the concession stand. So if you are current or former military, come on out tomorrow. The Lost River Raiders hosting Chiloquin. Those two teams faced off on Monday. It was a 69-58 win for Lost River back on Monday, part of their stretch where they've won 10 of their last 11 contests. Lost River has looked pretty indomitable so far this season, 17-3 overall on the season. Their only losses coming to North Douglas. North Douglas, I believe, a 2A school. Then you've got Crane, one of the top 1A schools in the state. And then Trinity Lutheran, your league opponent, who's ranked number 3rd in the state. So, Lost River, they feel pretty good about where they're at this season. What's left on the year for them? Well, tomorrow against Chiloquin. Then they play North Lake on the 7th of February before finalizing the season on the road against Cross Point Christian before you get into Mountain Valley League playoffs. And that schedule is pending. Might cover a couple of those games in the mybasin.com as well. Meantime, for Bonanza, they've got a few more games lined up in front of them. North Lake tomorrow at home. They'll play Trinity Lutheran on the road on the 5th. Back home against Rogue Valley Adventist on the 6th. They turn around and play more on the 8th against Prospect Charter. And then against Chiloquin. Holy cow, I mean, doing that math there, they play 4 games in the final 5 days of the season. Wow, that's going to be a tough stretch for Bonanza. Could go a long way to try to crawl back into a win tonight. They've won 6 of their last 7 and 3 straight coming into tonight's game. Bonanza hasn't looked bad. They've just had a hard time beating the Lost River zone tonight, right now trailing 32-15 at halftime. Going to take one more break here on the halftime show. When we come back, we should be ready for third quarter action tonight. The mybasin.com game of the week on 1150 and 92.9 KA.
Introducing Smith Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back with you on mybasin.com and 1150, 92.9 KAGO. My name is Josh Eldridge. So glad to be with you tonight from Lost River High School, the site of tonight's action between the Raiders and the Bonanza Antlers. After 2 quarters of play, it was Lost River who led 32-15, still wrapping up warm-ups before we get ready for the third quarter. Be curious to see what kind of adjustments Bonanza has coming out of the break. They started to find a little bit of room against Lost River's zone at the end of that first half, but, well, you've still got quite the mountain to climb, and 2 points here and there isn't going to cut it. We'll see if they try to find some room along the perimeter, as well as what kind of adjustments they make on the defensive end. There's a lot of Lost River getting out in transition, and it's tough to beat Tate Freeman and Emmett O'Brien up the floor, not to mention when Connor Dunley can finish through contact and Chase McAuliffe as well. They're a tough team to defend, but Bonanza's going to have to be up to the task if they want a shot at winning this ball game. Again, Bonanza tonight in their road red uniforms. Bonanza written across their chest, Antlers across their back. White text, black trim. Lost River tonight, white uniforms. Raiders written across their chest in yellow with black trim. Yellow trim around their shorts as well. It'll be Lost River who starts with the basketball coming out of the break as they go from left to right. Here's Emmett O'Brien dumping it off to McAuliffe in the near side. Tries to get it off, but it's taken away by Gonzalez. Here comes Bonanza. Pass comes into the near corner to Rojas, left alone from 3. It's good. The first step of many for Bonanza come on a made triple from Andrew Rojas. He's got 6 points tonight, 32-18. Here's Lost River. They're going to try to respond. McAuliffe has it now in the near corner. Puts it on the deck. Bonanza in his zone. Another takeaway by Gonzalez. Victor Gonzalez crosses the timeline for Bonanza. Gets it to Renzetti on the right wing. Dribbling inside, tries to find Noble cutting to the cup, but a turnover. McAuliffe takes it away, hands it off to Dunley, who's bringing it into the front court for Lost River. Here's Dunley along the right side. Switches to his left hand on the dribble, gets it to O'Brien. Now into the far corner for Freeman. Freeman picked up by Weezer, bouncing it top of the key to Hartman, zipping it near side to Dunley. Dunley gets rid of it to O'Brien, dumping it down low to Hartman, finds Dunley cutting to the rim for a reverse layup. Nice shot there by Connor Dunley, 34-18. Here comes Bonanza, they trail. Here's Rojas trying for another triple, no good. Renzetti with the rebound, kicks it out to Weezer. Weezer to Gonzalez. Head fakes, now at the right elbow, kicks it out to Noble. Noble driving right baseline, tries to get it down low to Rojas. It's picked away by Freeman, out of bounds. Bonanza keeps it. Renzetti lofting it high to Rojas in the far corner to Noble. Pump fake. Terminates the dribble, gets rid of it to Renzetti in the far corner, dumps it off to Gonzalez, top of the key, now to Weezer. Weezer thought about a triple, driving the right block, spins around, underhand dish to Noble is taken away by the Raiders. Hartman shoves it ahead to Freeman in transition, and another score for the Raiders in transition. That one's for Freeman. He's got 12 points tonight. His team leads 36-18. Here's Gonzalez getting it over to Weezer. Weezer trapped in the corner again against this Lost River zone. Now it's Renzetti in the corner, gets rid of it to Weezer. Weezer, cross-court pass to Gonzalez, driving left baseline, bounces it back outside to Weezer for 3, no good. Rebound is collected by Dunley. Now here's Hartman into the front court for Lost River. Gets it to Freeman in the near corner. Back top of the key to Hartman, now to Dunley on the right wing. Back to Freeman in the near corner. Now it's Hartman. Gets it over to O'Brien, zips it to Dunley in the far corner for a triple. Front iron, no good. Rojas with the rebound, and here comes Victor Gonzalez for Bonanza. 5.5 to go in the third, 36-18. Renzetti driving to the rim on the right block, dumps it off to Gonzalez. Outside to Weezer, kicks it over to Rojas. Top of the key, 3, bang! Weezer with his first made triple makes it 36-21. 5:14 to go in the third quarter. Over to O'Brien. Underhand pass to Dunley. Bodies up the defender, and he takes some contact. He'll get free throws after the missed bucket. Let's see who they charged that foul to, because Renzetti was in the mix, as was Victor, and it will be Victor Gonzalez who picks up the foul. That's the first for the Antlers this quarter. And free throws for McAuliffe. His first is good. Makes him 2 for 2 at the penalty stripe tonight. Extends the lead 37-21. 5:07 to go in the third. One more free throw on the way for McAuliffe. And that one is also good. Back up to a 17-point game. Here's Noble. Over to Weezer. Fakes a pass right, now driving inside. Dishes it outside to Renzetti. Now he lofts it near side to Rojas. Bouncing to Noble in the near corner. Noble gets rid of it to Renzetti. Finds Victor Gonzalez, reverse layup, slicing up the defense. Victor Gonzalez, a tough finish around the rim. Give him 5 points in the night in a 15-point game. 38-23, 4:39 to go in the third quarter. Dunley kicks it over to O'Brien, dumps it down low to Freeman at the free throw line, tries to find Dunley, and the pass too high, a turnover, and the Antlers take it. Here's Gonzalez. Shoves it over to Weezer. Weezer bouncing it down low to Noble. Back outside to Renzetti. Driving right. Into the paint. His shot blocked by Freeman, but a foul against Freeman. And so Renzetti going to the line. Renzetti is 2 for 3 at the penalty stripe tonight. And while he shoots 2, it's a great time for us to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab Tires has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. Home of the best tire value promise is Les Schwab Tires. They've been doing the right thing since 1952. We've got timeout on the floor, so let's take it with them. 38-24 with 4:19 to go in the third quarter. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
We jump back into the action. Renzetti made his second free throw. 38-25. Bonanza trails Lost River. 4:13 to go in the third. McAuliffe has it on the left block. Kicks it out to O'Brien for a triple. It's offline, and Renzetti with the rebound. He's going to get it ahead to Gonzalez, who will cross half court for Bonanza. Now it's Renzetti. Kicks it over to Medeiros. Had trouble corralling the pass, and he steps out of bounds. Medeiros, the freshman, has 3 points tonight already. Are they ejecting someone out of the game, out of the Bonanza student section? I believe that's Robbie Cesania just tossed somebody from the game. Well, we'll be honest, up here in the booth, it hasn't been the classiest performance from the Bonanza student section tonight. And there goes one of the few students from the evening. And he's gone. Lost River takes it up the floor, 38-25, 3:55 to go in the third. Here's Dunley, now to McAuliffe. Now to O'Brien, top of the key, zipping it to Dunley, finds Freeman close to the rim. His shot left short, and Renzetti with the rebound. Now it's Gonzalez bringing it up the floor. Over to Renzetti. Now to Gonzalez on the right wing, zips it over to Noble. Noble loses the handle on the inside, recollects, trapped by Freeman, tries to get it off to Renzetti, but it's taken away by McAuliffe. Here come the Raiders. Into the front court, it's Hartman, brings it along the right wing, lofts it down low to Dunley. Loses the dribble for a moment, up against Renzetti, his shot rejected in the paint. And Renzetti got the ball thrown back at him, and I think that caught him in the place where you don't want to get caught. Renzetti gets up off the floor. It might be his stomach, but he took a decent shot there. We're going to take time. It is 38-25. 3:17 to go in the third. Actually, we're going to stick with you through this one. I don't think this timeout is going to be a full timeout. Bonanza trying to make a way back into this game, and Renzetti was a big help. Hope to see him back at the ball game at some point. Renzetti so far tonight has 8 points. And he has been a big part of rebounding the basketball, trying to get him back into this game. They entered the half down 16. Down 17, now only trailing by 13. You feel like if they can get within 10, they've got a pretty good shot at things in the fourth quarter. And there's Renzetti walking out from the huddle. He's the first one out of the huddle. And good to see him back. It'll be Lost River who starts with the basketball coming out of the break. All right, Hartman to inbound. Gets it to Freeman on the left block. Top of the key to McAuliffe, now far corner to Dunley. Dunley back to McAuliffe, top of the key, puts it on the deck. Underhand shovel pass to Freeman, gets the defender to jump. No contact, but a made bucket underneath by Freeman. Makes the score 40-25. Lost River in front of Bonanza. Renzetti now in the far corner, dumping it down low to Rojas. Outside to Gonzalez. 3 is in for Victor Gonzalez. 8 points for him. 40-28. Lost River still in front of Bonanza, but now only by 12. Here's Dunley, top of the key to Freeman. Zips it over to Hartman, now in the corner to Freeman. Into a triple for Freeman, tries to respond, can't do it. Noble with the rebound. Now it's Victor Gonzalez. Across the timeline to Renzetti. Renzetti to Medeiros. He fires a quick triple. Left short, no good, and Dunley with the rebound. Guarded by Medeiros on his way up the floor. Relinquishes, and Dunley crosses the timeline. Here's Hartman now on the near side. Top of the key to O'Brien. Now back to Hartman. Zips it to McAuliffe in the near corner. McAuliffe puts it on the deck. Terminates the dribble. Guarded by Rojas. Gets it to Dunley. Now over to O'Brien. Zips it over to Hartman in the far corner. Hartman trying to drive baseline. Underhand pass to Freeman. Taken away by the Antlers. Now it's Gonzalez crossing the timeline for Bonanza. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. Here's Gonzalez, top of the key. Now to Rojas. Lost River still relying on their 1-3-1 zone. Here's Renzetti getting it to Medeiros, top of the key. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Medeiros to Gonzalez into a triple. Can he do it again? No, he can't. Freeman with the rebound. Back to Dunley. Fires a fastball into the front court to McAuliffe. Now to Hardman. Now back to Dunley. Zips it over to O'Brien, lofting it down low to Freeman, and he's fouled. Freeman going to the line for 2. He is 2 for 2 at the free throw line so far. Opportunity to extend back this lead. A minute 29 to go. A minute 25 to go in the third quarter. And Freeman's first free throw. It's up. It's in. Sanders checking in for Lost River. Out goes Chase McAuliffe. So the 5 on the floor for them. It's Dunley, Hartman, Freeman at the line. O'Brien and Sanders. For Bonanza, it's Rojas, Renzetti, Medeiros, Noble, and Gonzalez. Second free throw is good, by the way, so 42-28. Here's Noble. Over to Gonzalez, lofting it down low to Renzetti. Close shot off the glass is no good. Renzetti's putback is offline, but he is fouled. And Renzetti to the line. Renzetti's free throw offline, a little bit too strong and maybe a little bit left. He gets a second. Already got 8 points tonight. Second free throw is no good. Rebound battled for by Medeiros. Putback is no good, but Medeiros, the freshman, battling hard on the glass and earning some free throws. Made 1 triple in the first half. That's all of his points so far. A chance to add on to that and try to trim this lead to 12 with a couple of made free throws here. Medeiros' first free throw in. Here's his second. That one also rattles home. Back down to a 12-point ball game after the made free throws from Medeiros. Here comes Lost River. It's Hartman into the front court. Kicks it to Dunley. Now to Freeman in the far corner. Freeman to O'Brien. Now to Hartman. Dunley in the near corner. Dunley lofts it top of the key to O'Brien. Kicks it outside to Hartman. Left wing three. Front iron, no good. Freeman with the rebound. His putback is there. Gosh, Freeman is so hard to keep off the glass. He has got 17 points tonight. Here's Renzetti, spinning to his right, kicking it out to Rojas. Top of the key, three, no good. Rebound is collected by Hartman. 44-30. 29 seconds to go in the third. Here's Dunley. Dunley, beautiful pass to Freeman in the bucket. My goodness, that's that quarterback vision from Connor Dunley. Here's Medeiros into the front court, 46-30. Gonzalez now on the left elbow, tries to get it to Medeiros, but another takeaway by Dunley. 9 seconds to go now in the third. Dunley racing up the floor, into the far corner, switches the dribble, over to Hartman, down low to Freeman, turnaround free throw line, Jay is offline, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 46-30, Lost River on a bit of a run to end the third. We'll head to the fourth on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
We're at Lost River High School tonight as we begin the fourth quarter, and the Raiders up 46-30. The Antlers trimmed the lead by 1 in the third, still trailing by 16. They start with the ball. Noble top of the key, kicks it to Gonzalez. Now to Renzetti in the far corner. Renzetti trapped, gets it off to Rojas. Rojas head fakes, goes to the bucket. It's blocked by Freeman. Hartman pushing the pace for Lost River. Ahead to Dunley, his layup is good, and the foul. (48-30) and a free throw on the way from Connor Dunley. So far, he has got 7 points. Make it 8 after the made free throw there, 49-30. Here's Weiser. Trying to get it over to Gonzalez, and does. Gonzalez in the far corner, terminates the dribble, has to get rid of it, guarded by O'Brien, dumps it off to Renzetti. Gonzalez cutting to the rim, his layup is in. 49-32, 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Hartman. Lofting it to McAuliffe. Underhand shovel pass to Dunley. The foul again, this time no bucket. Renzetti jumped on the shot and fouled Dunley in the process, so Connor earned in a couple of more free throws here. He's 2 for 2 on the night thus far, and a couple more on the way. First one is up and good, and he's got a second one on the way. And that one is good as well for Connor Dunley. Makes the score 51-32, 19-point game once again. And an errant pass. I don't know if Rojas knew he was standing out of bounds or not. Regardless, after the turnover, Coach Ness taking time. We'll take it with them. 6:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Lost River up 51-32. The MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and NIGO.
Bonds with greatness.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
51-32, and Lost River leads Bonanza with just under 7 minutes to go in the final frame. Costly turnovers for Bonanza early, plus a couple of unfortunate fouls have allowed Lost River to build this lead up another 3 points from when they entered the quarter. This team is just tough to put away. The moment you think Bonanza might be getting back into the game and they trim the lead to 12, it's Lost River who goes on a 7-0 run. Here's Hardman into the front court for the Raiders. Near side to Dunley. Dunley to O'Brien. Passing it far side to Hardman. Now gets it to Freeman. Drives baseline. Top of the key to Dunley for three. Rims out. No good. Rebound battled for and won by Rojas, and he kicks it ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Renzetti. Into the corner to Noble. Over to Rojas. Head fakes a three. Fields a double team. Over to Weezer. Weezer outside to Noble. Zips it to Gonzalez. His triple is too far. Rebound is hit out of bounds by Rojas. A collision between Rojas and Hardman, but everyone looks to be okay. Ball last touched by Lost River, so Renzetti will inbound. Renzetti getting it quickly to Rojas. Back to Renzetti, lofting it top of the key. A triple left short. Rojas with the putback. 5 points this half for Rojas. A layup missed on the other side. Gallagher with the rebound. Nice pass to Rojas on the near side. Rojas trying to find room inside the defense over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the left block. Trapped, kicks it to Rojas in the near corner. Now to Gallagher. Pardon me, that's Noble. Noble tries to get it to Gallagher, but the pass knocked away. Rojas with the loose ball to the rim. Reverse layup, no good. Freeman with the rebound. Dunley into the front court. Racing up the floor. Kicks it out to O'Brien. A floater left short. And Renzetti with the rebound. I think they're going to call a foul against O'Brien as Renzetti ripped away that rebound. 51-34, 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter, and Lost River in front of Bonanza. Here's Gallagher for the Antlers, kicking ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts it on the deck, outside to Renzetti, into a quick triple is in. Here come the Raiders on the other side. After that triple, it's 51-37. Raiders try to respond, but the Antlers get it back. A steal in the open floor. Freeman easy to the cup. Tate Freeman having himself another great night. Renzetti dumps it off to Gallagher. Back to Renzetti. Tries for another triple. That one's no good. Rebound collected by Gonzalez. Kicked out to Gallagher. Floater from 8, no good. Another rebound for Gonzalez. This time kicks it out to Renzetti. Thought about a triple again. Bounces it in the corner to Gallagher for 3. No good. Air ball picked up by McAuliffe. Lost it into the front court to Dunley to the rim. It's in for Connor Dunley. 55-37, 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Bonanza trailing the Raiders. Here's Gallagher. Bounces it to Noble. Noble back to Gallagher. Now to Gonzalez in the far corner. Dumps it down low to Renzetti. Kicks it in the near corner to Noble for 3. No good. Renzetti another rebound. Has it stripped away, though, by Dunley. Now it's Hardman. Guarded by Gonzalez. Brings it along the near side to McAuliffe. And a charging foul against Chase McAuliffe. And that will be a turnover. Bonanza takes over with just over 4 minutes to go in the fourth. And they trail by 18. Here's Renzetti. A shot from 10 is in. It'll be Hartman to bring it up the floor for Lost River. They lead 55-39. O'Brien kicking it over to Freeman. Freeman, a mid-range shot blocked from behind by Gallagher. Now here's Gonzalez into the front court for Bonanza. Over to Renzetti. Dumps it over to Gallagher. Head fakes a three. Now over to Gonzalez, well beyond the arc. Bouncing it to Noble. Top of the key. Back to Gonzalez. Now to Renzetti. He takes a wing three. It's in. Ahead to O'Brien. Now to Hartman. And timeout called by Lost River. We'll take it to 55-42. 3:11 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAG.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Fourth quarter action resumes in a moment. 3:11 to go in the final frame. 55-42 the score, and Lost River in front of Bonanza. But again, the Antlers with a breath of life here late in the fourth. They trail by 13, trimmed this from 19 just a moment ago. A couple of made threes from Renzetti and a two-point bucket from Rojas. Antlers are trying to get back in business here. But it's Lost River who starts with the ball. Here's McAuliffe in the near corner, guarded by Noble. Dishes it over to Dunley, zips it to Hartman. Hartman to O'Brien in the far corner. Down low to Freeman, quickly out to Hartman, zipping it down low. Lost River, quick passing, finds its way to Dunley. Kicks it out to McAuliffe, and an errant pass finally creates a turnover. Bonanza has an opportunity here, down 13 with 2:52 to go in the final quarter. Renzetti lofting it over to Gallagher. Gallagher puts it on the deck, tries to get it to Qualls. Kickball violation against the Raiders, and Bonanza holds on to it. And I think, what are we resetting the shot clock? I think that's what we're doing, yeah. Go from 27 to 35 seconds. Quick inbound pass to Renzetti in the corner. Renzetti to Gonzalez in front of the Bonanza bench. Top of the key now to Noble. One step inside the perimeter, kicks it to Renzetti. Renzetti fakes left, goes right, kicks it to Gallagher. Now to Gonzalez, close to the rim. Is going to get tied up. A held ball. Possession favors the Raiders. Good defense there by Lost River to create that turnover. Substitution coming in for Bonanza. Rojas in for Qualls. Trying to get some more shooting on the floor for Bonanza. And here's Hartman. Switches to his left hand, kicks it over to O'Brien, now to Freeman. Freeman gets it to Dunley, spinning around to his left, pump fakes, gets it over to Hartman, now to O'Brien, back to Hartman. Gets it down low to Freeman, kicks it to McAuliffe. And now to Dunley. Cross-court pass to Hartman. And the Raiders passing the ball nicely here. 6 seconds on the shot clock, though. Dunley over to Hartman. A long triple for Hartman is no good. Freeman with the rebound, tries to put it back, dishes it to O'Brien, kicks it out to Hartman, over to Dunley, into a triple, bang! Great possession by Lost River, extends this lead 58-42. Couldn't ask for a better possession than that if you're Coach Brad Johnson. Here's Gallagher, tries to respond with a triple, can't do it. Rebound collected by Dunley. Now here's Freeman, lofting it ahead to Dunley. Dunley brings it out beyond the arc. Guarded closely. Might have been hooked around for a foul, but gets it down low to Freeman. Pump fake. Gets the foul, no bucket. Freeman to the line. Looks like we're going to have group subs coming in for Lost River. Try to get them all for you after the missed free throw there. Should see some subs come in. Let's see. Bo Sanders, Juan Navarro, Nate Huffman, Doug Jenkins all into the game for Lost River. Out go their starters, O'Brien, McAuliffe, Dunley, and Hartman. First free throw is offline from Freeman. Second one finds its way home. Score 60-42. And here come the Antlers with 1:14 to go in the ballgame. Renzetti driving to the rim and lays it up and in. Pass intended for Navarro is taken away by Bonanza. Now it's Gonzalez in the near wing. Gonzalez steps back, gets it to Rojas, close to the cup. His layup is in. 13-point game, under a minute to go. Pass to Huffman. Huffman gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins now to, well, don't have number 12 on the roster, and a travel for Juan Navarro. Kyle Diaz into the game for Lost River, wearing the number 12 tonight. Bounce pass goes over to Renzetti, another triple, no good. Diaz with the rebound. Trying to bring it up the floor, shot clock is off. 13-point game. Bonanza can't seem to foul him, and finally they do. Renzetti was saying he fouled him, and what are they saying there? Was this offensive? I think it is. That's offensive. I mean, 13 points is a tall deficit to climb in 20 seconds. But, hey, I mean, you'll take what you can get at this point in the game. Gonzalez dumping it down low to Renzetti. Reverse layup is in for Renzetti. Bonanza trying to create a takeaway. Pass goes over to Huffman, and he'll get fouled. Quick takeaway by Noble, close to the rim. His layup is in. 10-point game, but that does it. By my count, the score 60-50. Although here in the gym it says 59-50. We'll sort it out in the postgame show. Regardless, it's a Lost River win at home. We'll be back with some quick postgame coverage on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Your final score tonight from Lost River High School, the Raiders defeating the Bonanza Antlers for the second time this season, 59-50. The final score here tonight from Malin, Oregon. Leading scorers, how about let's start with the winning Lost River Raiders. 20 points from Tate Freeman this evening. 15 from Connor Dunley, 8 for Emmett O'Brien, 6 from Caden Hartman, 3 from Chase McAuliffe, and 2 from Bo Sanders. For the Bonanza Antlers, they were led in scoring by Alexander Renzetti with 20 points, 10 for each Andrew Rojas and Victor Gonzalez, 5 for Colby Medeiros, 3 for Laurentino Weezer, and 1 for Garrett Gallagher. Your scorers tonight for the Bonanza Antlers. They lose this one 59-50. Second time they fall to Lost River this season. This also snaps a 3-game winning streak for Bonanza. Meantime, this extends Lost River's winning streak to 4 games. We're going to take one more break here on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll talk about what's next for each of these schools and where we'll be tomorrow. Spoiler alert, it's right here at Lost River High School. We've got more basketball coming up tomorrow. Details on that in just a bit as we continue your coverage on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 GO.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score tonight from Lost River High School. The Raiders defeating the Antlers 59-50. Tomorrow night we'll be back on the air, although only online on MyBasin.com, as the Lost River Raiders host Chiloquin for Military Appreciation Night. Come on out if you're active or former military. You get in for free, you get some popcorn, and you get some great basketball as well. The ladies tip it up tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The boys at 4:30. We'll be here for both of them tomorrow afternoon on MyBasin.com. Meantime, for Bonanza, they enter the slog of the season. They have got 4 games in the next 6 days. 3 of them at home. 3 of them at home. 2 on the road, and it's going to be a busy schedule for Bonanza coming up in the rest of the season. Look ahead to the league playoffs, still a ways away, but look just briefly at the standings as they are before the game began. It was Trinity Lutheran on top. They were 8-0, 8-1 for Lost River, although they improved to 9-1, and they are in first place in the Mountain Valley League. Then you got Cross Point Christian. Bonanza falls to 6-2. They'll stay tied for 4th place with Chiloquin, who's 6-4. Prospect Charters 3-5. So is North Lake Central Christian 2-7, and Rogue Valley Adventist. Then Gilchrist round out the conference. It's been a great night of basketball tonight. I want to thank you so much for being with us, because this about does it for us this evening at Lost River High School. I want to thank all the folks that make tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, Ray Struve and Tuesday Herring, the head coaches of the ladies' teams, both head coaches of the boys' teams as well. Campbell Ness and Brad Johnson working with us for the broadcast tonight, as well as the athletic director here at Lost River, Sydney Hobgood, always working with us in the broadcast, getting us set up here in the Bird's Nest. Always a nice time here at Lost River High School. Once again, the final score for you tonight, Lost River 59, Bonanza 50. My name is Josh Eldridge, saying good night from Malin, Oregon.